Autumn is my most favourite month. After the busyness of summer harvest and spending time preserving the bounty in early autumn, it's finally time to slow down. We get to light the fire for the first time and pick up some of our hobbies lost to the summer rush. We're still picking late apples and patiently waiting for the quinces to ripen, finding the last figs on the tree and watching our garlic and onions sprout and grow. My dahlias are pretty much done. They had a terrible year in pots. They really suffered with some horrible heat waves, and we had some shocking hot windy days in January. Our new chickens are settling in after a fox picked off our first flock. I accidentally locked them out one night and I will never do that again. We've had to level up our chicken coop and currently won't be letting them free roam. We're about to chop down a really big pine tree that was damaged from a windstorm early January and dropped a massive limb. So we're really excited because that's going to open up prime planting space in the north side of our property. And we're set to burn a really big pile of rubbish. And this is where our market garden and orchard's going to go. I'm mulching the paths in my veggie patch with all of the autumn leaves. And today I'm going to show you what we plant in mid-autumn. First, I'm going to show you a little project we've been doing to expand our garden. We need a little bit more space than what we've currently got, so I've started working on our market garden down the back. This soil has never been grown in and it's pretty much just sand. So what I want to do is add in some extra nutrients. So I've popped in some blood and bone, and I'm also using some compost from the chicken yard. We've been dumping grass clippings in there and food scraps, and they've been pooping all over that, and so it's pretty much compost and hopefully doesn't have too many seeds in it. Into this, I'm seeding an autumn-winter cover crop from Eden Seeds, as well as some cowpeas that needed to be used. And I was pretty keen on using my seed sower that I bought and have never used yet, so it's exciting to have a play using that. I'm going to cover it in sugar cane mulch, and then hopefully we can terminate the crop in the summer, and then it'll be ready to plant into after that. Eventually we'll expand this market garden to be a lot bigger than it is, but we need to take down another tree in the backyard that's in the way at the moment. So I figured let's just start now. I've just used some logs from around the yard that have been sitting there to frame it out and water it in, and we've got some great rain coming at the moment, so hopefully it sprouts and the birds don't eat it all. It's such a beautiful morning. I've actually got a little bit of garlic that's sprouted in my pantry. So I'm like, well, if it's sprouting, let's get it in the ground. And I've got a little bit of room here from my last lot that I planted. So we're going to plant it out. I think this is my colossus, I'm pretty sure. I think I've got over 100 garlic already that have sprouted, and so this might make it 2, 3, 8. You can have that if you really want. I don't think you can ever have too much garlic. Is it actually a thing? I love to be able to give it away, and I use it nearly every day in my cooking. I've also done garlic fermented in honey, which has been fantastic through the start of this winter season. For my kids who have had sore throats, just have a little spoonful of the honey. It's got a beautiful garlicky taste to it, and all the beautiful fermentation benefits that you get with both raw honey and garlic. And then also being able to replant out for next year, so having enough that I don't have to buy garlic bulbs again for when I want to plant my next crop for next year. So these will probably be what I use for next year again to replant. My broccoli that I planted the other week did not sprout. I think maybe the seed was old, maybe the garden bed wasn't prepped properly. So I've gone to Bunnings and got some broccoli seedlings, 2 different types of seedlings, and some cabbages as well. So today we're going to plant out some of those and see how they go. Hopefully I have a little bit more success than what I did with the sprouting attempt. Maybe the seeds were too old. Maybe I should have grown them indoors as seedlings first, but I don't have a greenhouse. That's on the list of things I would love to have. I don't have a seed starting set up just yet, so I'm just going to have to buy my seedlings for the things that I can't direct sow and grow. So yeah, fingers crossed these ones take and the snails don't get them. So I've got a couple of different things that I bought from Bunnings. I actually got some rocket. I think the Americans call this arugula. Yeah, I love a little bit of rocket for salads. I got some broccoli. This is called Green King, so it must have some pretty heads on it, and then a magic dwarf variety. So it'd be interesting to see the difference in size between these two. I bought some cos lettuce as well, and some purple cabbage. And some, oh, that's the receipt, some Diggers Club, which is very cool to see. Bunnings stock of a little variety of heirloom, the Diggers Club. This is a mini wombok cabbage. And, some carrots. So I got some carrot in a couple of different varieties. I bought the seed tape. I've been very interested to see how this might go. And then some just normal seeds. So we might do a little bit of a trial to see what performs better. And then I got some oregano and some thyme. I got a pot of thyme. So I'm going to use my veggie pods and turn them into a herb garden. And then I found some ranunculus corms. 20 bulbs for $9, so I thought, oh, that's pretty cheap. I'll plant them out with also some jonquils. Bunnings got all my money the other day, so yeah. Anyway, the thyme and oregano, and at least the corms and the bulbs, they will last year after year, and yeah, the rest will just go into my belly. I'm still not sure where I'm going to plant these. There's so many options, nearly too many, but I'm just really conscious of the lack of sunlight in here. And I'm going to move some of these trees that are down the back here, and I don't want to disturb these while I try and move the fruit trees. So I'm thinking I'm just going to plant them down the back here and plant them at the north side of the garden beds, and then when we move the trees, hopefully their roots don't disturb the seedlings too much. So we'll see how we go. I have made a different decision. No, I was going to plant over there, but I think I might actually go here. So this is my rhubarb that I grew from a, what you call them, rhizome, maybe. This is going to be my rhubarb patch. There is a matsu cooking apple planted there. I don't know what this is. This looks like an apple, but who knows? There isn't a tag that I have found on it. The soil looks pretty good. I did put blood and bone in all of these patches. Winnie has been beside herself, smelling it all. So maybe I will do some broccoli in here. All right, we're planting our mini wombok along in here. So it says 12 centimetres apart. They're mini ones, so hopefully they don't get too big. Hopefully that's enough space. We shall see. Hello. Are you helping? Nope. Put that in there. Leave it. Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Out. No. Sit. Drop. Yes. Just want some love. Did you eat that? Oh my God. No. Thank you. I'll have to lock you out if you're going to be naughty. Out of it, please. Okay, I think I'm done. There was a dog. The kelpies that don't want to be her friend. 20 centimetres apart. It said to avoid watering these from overhead, but I don't know how else you water. Drip tape, which I don't. Out. I don't do drip tape. I can squeeze one more. Yay. We are going to plant the magic dwarf broccoli down this little row here. Get rid of the weeds. This says that you can actually grow these in pots. A compact, fast-growing variety with good flavour. Suits small veggie patches and pots. Position it in full sun, which this should, because it's east-west and there, but it's getting blocked. It's very hazy today because people are burning off still, hence why I can't hang my washing out anymore. Harvest in 10 to 12 weeks. Plant deeply to give support to the stem. Rotate crop each year. Okay, as you do. Cool. All right. Down this end. It's about eight plants in here. We'll see how these goes. I'm just going to go like 30 centimetres apart. See how they go. Lucky last on the corner. All right, is that done? A bit unconventional. I think I might do my cabbage up here in this garden bed. I think I'm just going to run along the side. Lots of thinking. Lots of good worms in here. That's such a good sign. And then at least I can, if I need to, I can just net this whole patch to stop the cabbage moths. Ruby red cabbage, a uniform red cabbage that produces a head that can weigh up to 1.6 kg. Great for pots. Ever grown cabbage in pots before? That would be very interesting. 35 centimetres apart. Cool. Out. Get down. Who is it? Out. I'm going to work out from here. Not for you, baby girl. Out. Oh, leave it. Off. Sit. Yes. Stay. Off. I can feel his roots on that bay tree. Well. I'm going to stick some of these king broccoli in here. 30 centimetres apart again. Just worried about this plum tree when I go to take it out. I'm just going to have to hope that its roots don't come all the way out here. Possibly will, but anyway. So the soil is very lovely in this garden, which is very, very lucky. Very sandy, but had some good manure put in it over time. These are only little, these seedlings. If I do them nice and close to the edge, I might have a bit more luck. I might be able to put another row in. I'm going to water all of these with some sea salt liquid fertilizer. That's worm. Excellent. This weed mat. So annoying. I'm trying to just stagger these a little bit. Oh my gosh, out of it. I think we're going to fit all 8. Might be a little cramped when they're all big and growing. Hello? Can you not eat my pots, please? This is where I planted, if you look at my last video, there's one little broccoli plant that survived my sowing and the bugs. So this is really kind of sandy soil. So I'm going to leave that one broccoli that's been eaten by bugs. I'm going to have a go of sowing carrots. I have not had a whole lot of success growing carrots before. I think previously my soil hasn't been sandy enough. So I think this is it's very, very loose, so it might be perfect. So let's have a go of the seed tape. These are called Top Weight Improved, 5 metres of seed tape, 6 centimetres apart. I reckon I could probably fit two rows, 2 lengths per row. Interesting. This is what it looks like. And off we go. Leave it. Thank you. Off for you. What I am going to do is water them in, and then I'm going to cover them with a little bit of soil, just a little, and then I'll find some timber and put over it just so that the moisture stays in and they don't dry out. One of the joys of inheriting a rural property, we bought it, slugs, is that you often inherit some little piles of goodies with it. So we have a little stash of timber out the back. It came with the property, and it does come in handy when you want to find random bits to use just the right size for these carrots. What has happened here? I must have stuck to the bottom of this. Yes, there it is. That seed tape ran away. Can you not? What are you doing? I'm sure there's people out there with GSPs maybe watching this and feeling my pain. Her insatiable, inquisitive nature. No. Let's see how it goes. This end part hasn't been covered. No digging. Off, thank you. I think she's actually tried to eat the tape. Okay, that's enough now. Off you go. Thank you. You're not helping, sweetheart. Go away. More driving me insane. Oot! And plant some more carrot seeds in these rows as well. These are, not those ones, early 80s certified organic. Sweet flavour, long season. We shall see. So the planks of wood help to retain the moisture whilst they are sprouting. 12 to 16 weeks this will take. We shall see. Try not to water my glove. But we'll just see. That might help retain some moisture, and then the others will just keep the dog off it. So we'll see how these goes. I might have to water these every day. Give them a really good soak again now, actually. Yeah. I'm actually going to plant out some cos lettuce in with my carrots. Did a quick little Google. Lettuce can be a really good companion plant for carrots. So can garlic, which is fascinating because it helps ward off pests. But I'm going to try some cos lettuce in here. I might plant some in my veggie pot as well, just see how they go. I'm going to plant it in the main strip in the middle of my carrot garden. So let's see. My rose. Seeing little inspection pit there, but I'm not planting anything that's, there is a tree there, so who knows. Easy can access still. Oh good. All right, we have easy grow cos lettuce, plant 20 centimetres apart. These look like these need to get planted out. Whoa. Off they hop. There's a few in there. Let's sneak a fair few in here, I think. I feel like I could even nearly sneak them down in the rows there. What's it say? 20 centimetres apart. That could be doable. Let's see how many we've got. There's so many. Punnet. All their roots are stuck together though. See how they go. They're only little. Yes, my finger is a little dibble. Giant murder of crows in the trees over there, singing to each other. So many. I'm just sort of sneaking them in everywhere. I don't know. The ants might come along and have an absolute feast on these. All right, last plantings. I'm going to plant some rocket in here. Oh, I'm just standing on where my beetroots are down there. Anyway, this, ooh, it's nice. Soil, added some blood and bone the other week. Rocket needs full sun, so I'm like, we need to find a good spot for it. And this tree is not looking fantastic. And the little critters that live under this soil. We're going to plant some rocket here. Big fat earthworm. So good. 40 to 45 centimetres apart. I don't know that that's going to happen. Just going to do some Maybe I will. I'll be good. But we're going to put more than just raspberry. Oh, sorry, Mr. Worm. Raspberries just popping up in this garden bed still. The bane of my existence at the moment. Rocket. Done. I have a veggie pod system here. I've got a bit of basil and dill and weeds and some other little bits and pieces that I've grown from seed back here, and then strawberries and this is rainbow chard that has just gone to seed and gone back, and just used to feed that to the chickens at the old house. This is my mint, and it's so handy just having it under there. It's such a thirsty herb. But I'm going to plant my thyme because I was thinking of putting them all in my veggie pods or my herbs, but I feel like thyme is fairly similar to mint. Probably not as invasive, but mint will just take over. So I think I'm going to put my thyme in a little pot, and then I'll just water it like I water the mint. Hey, baby girl. And then oregano, similarly, I think I'm going to put that in the veggie pot. I'll just seed it in there, see how it goes. Ideally, I'd really love a massive container garden, but the veggie pods are just too, they're kind of prime real estate, so I don't want the thyme to take over. I'd rather save my veggie pods for things that I need to grow, because I have a cover. I've got them in the shed, one that needs a new one. So I was just going to save those for some other things, maybe. Yeah, so I'm just going to plant my thyme straight in this little pot here. It's got some old potting mix in it, but it should be fine. It's pretty good. Whoa! Just going to spread the roots on it a little bit. This will be a perennial for us in this climate. So once I plant this, it'll survive winter and summer if I keep watering it. But I can pick this and start using it straight away in my cooking. No, thank you. Thank you. My little billy buttons. I got some asparagus here. Need to plant that out. Oh, I've got some coriander coming up. Oh my goodness, yes. I don't know what that is. And Winnie has a thing for... Oh, I just put that on the coriander. People who say they can't grow things. I had dill that's like literally growing in the cracks. Yeah, you can grow things. Things will grow themselves. No, can you not please? Hop down. Thank you. I'm just going to pop the oregano back here. This was the veggie pod that I did a green manure crop in, and then I covered it in paper to terminate it, and you can see there's a little bit of paper here. Under here is just like the most amazing soil now that Winnie's very keen to get in. You can take that weed. Thank you. Yeah, off you go. You can take that. There you go. Yeah, shake the soil out and put it everywhere. No worries. Yeah, so that's what I've just done at the back with the new market garden. Put a green cover crop in it, and then gardening with a dog is wild. These are the tiniest. They look like dust. Can you not please? Oh my goodness. Sit. Seriously, they just look like dust. We'll see how they go. Maybe I'll put some back here as well. She's eating the strawberries. There's actually some alpine strawberries on this bush. Look at these. They are the most delicious strawberries you will ever taste. They're just so tiny. This big pine tree in our front yard lost a limb at the end of last year, and it's been on our to-do list to take the whole tree down. We've got really exciting plans for this front yard. Part vegetable patch, potentially berry orchard, as well as maybe a bit of a flower farm in this front section. It's on the northeastern side of the property, so it gets a lot of good sunlight during the summer. And so we wanted to make the most of this space, and taking down this pine tree and clearing out all of the succulent and that big American succulent underneath is going to be really exciting. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you've got a little bit of inspiration to head out into the garden and grow some veggies for yourself and your family. We'll see you next time.